Alright. Hello and welcome to the Mocarl and Conman podcast. Woo! It's the flagship Drisbowl podcast. We do the same thing every week. We just talk about the weekly games. Conor, I'm joined by you, obviously. How are you?
Good.
Good, life's
As always.
good, as always.
Yeah.
We also have a special guest. We have a certain Joan Hond from the Cullen Cougars. John, how are you?
It's fucking great to be here, Michael. I gotta say, it's a real treat to be on the second best Drisbowl podcast going on in the league right now, and I'm just grateful to be here.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I'm gonna let that one go.
It's a great honour for Rob Fay's power rankings that you rank him number one.
Yeah, that's you know,
That's generous.
we're happy with just being the flagship show.
I mean, you can't beat that. That's what people tune in to see.
So John, I just have a couple notes here about you. So you're 24 from Cullen.
Half true.
Says you're a podiatrist here. Is that correct?
I'm not sure what that is, so maybe.
You have 3 kids and 2 cats. Tell us about the kids and cats.
I have one cat. It's a good cat. It's sitting over here pretty close to me right now. It's doing good. It's the main inspiration behind the name the Cougars, because cats are obviously related to cougars. And that's all I have to say on the matter.
Well said. You recently travelled to Southeast Asia where you met your first husband, John.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Okay. See, I'm starting to think these notes might be incorrect. It says here you have a fear of being alone.
Well, I don't think there's a human alive that doesn't have that fear, Michael. I'll be honest with you.
With a rabbit.
Wait, which rabbit?
Just a rabbit.
Just any rabbit?
Is there a specific rabbit we should know about?
I mean, is there any rabbit that you shouldn't be afraid of being alone with?
That's very well said.
Thank you.
Up next here, it says that you...
Some good research put into this.
Oh yeah, we got a new intern. He's really good. We got something else
It's been
here.
digging deep.
Just let me know if this one's true. You once arm wrestled the whole Cambridge wrestling team and lost.
I did is it all at once? All arm wrestling? I mean, I'd lose either way, I suppose.
I wasn't there, John. You're gonna have to tell us.
That is true.
That is true. And apparently you were the class valedictorian at Yale University, becoming the first ever Yale Rhodes Scholar, John.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I was also the first person from Drogheda to do that.
Well, congratulations on that. I'm sure your husband is delighted. And with the pleasantries out of the way, it's time for the news. Breaking 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 news. All right, Conor, hit us with some breaking news.
Yeah, what do we got?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, considering we've John on the line, well, I guess we should start with the trades. There was a lot of them.
Tell us about these trades, John.
Yeah, well, it was the culmination of a lot of kind of trades me and Rob have been throwing at each other for a lot of different players, going back to a couple of weeks ago. And the main one that he wanted was Kerryon Johnson.
Uh-huh.
And then it was only on Saturday that he kind of threw Odell Beckham into the conversation all of a sudden. And I was just like, Kerryon Johnson and whoever you want for James Conor, because James Conor and Odell Beckham is who he threw at me.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I didn't come at him for those 2 players. That's who he was like. He wanted Kerryon Johnson. And I was like, to be honest, I know Kerryon Johnson for James Conor, I'm not too sure about, especially with Lev Bell coming back. So he threw Odell in and was like, what would you do for that? And I was like, you can have whoever you want.
Literally anyone.
Marshawn Lynch.
Why did you want Kerryon
was
Johnson?
Like the first person we both said, and he seemed happy with that. And it banged him this week in a massive spot. It completely, I haven't done the maths in terms of whether he would have beat you, but
I have done the maths. We'll get to it.
Oh, I have some stats here as well.
Very nice.
So yeah, so the first blockbuster trade of the season, yes?
Yeah, it was a big one. It was a big one.
We do love our blockbusters in the Driss.
Oh, no doubt.
It wasn't your only trade this week, though.
Yeah, I also traded with you, Conor. We
That's
just
true.
switched what was it, defense and Randall Cobb for Demarius Thomas.
Yeah.
And
And,
those did amazing as well.
Yeah.
Demarius Thomas had like 16 points or something.
I actually crunched some numbers on this. In the last 3 weeks, the two of them combined only got 15.5 points. And then both of them this week individually scored way more than that.
So there you go.
I don't have any regrets though. I was like, they weren't going to be on my team one way or another.
It's completely transformed the Cougars team now.
Yeah.
We'll get into.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy now.
We'll get into
It's a
it
totally different team
in
than
a
2 weeks
second.
ago.
Yeah. So some more breaking news. We recently found out that Jay Ajayi has been put on injured reserve.
Mm-hmm.
So he's out for the season, which Conor, as your player, leaves you a little bare running back.
Well, if you'll notice, I made a drop.
Yeah, you dropped him already. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, he's injured for the season. I'm not Sean. I'm not going to keep
yeah.
Rex Burkhead on my bench for 2 weeks. Stupid idiot.
So Sean is still on, right?
Yeah.
We gotta push. We gotta.
Damn it, Sean.
We gotta push her on Rex Burkhead. We gotta find out what's going on
she got
there.
it, like, what is happening? All right, someone ring her. Let's get her on the show.
I would say is that whilst he's been injured, she's won both games. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a lucky charm. Good old Rex.
In fairness, she's not going to pick up any other players. So I mean, yeah, sure, keep Rex Burkhead if you keep winning. Sean.
Yeah, fine, Sean. Good work, Shauna. You're so clever.
That's what she does. She does nothing the first couple of weeks and then it's just like gonna win.
She starts slow and then she crushes it.
Yeah.
So that's the news. John, unless you have any other further news to discuss.
No, I don't got any news.
All right, let's move on then.
2nd down and 9. As Manning fires, looking for Beckham in the end zone. There is a flag, and Beckham makes the catch.
So there's only one place to start, and that's it. That's in Cullen. As the Cougars scored the highest points total of the season so far, destroying the up till then undefeated Holland-Atters in a crunch game in the Luther. The Cougars will no doubt look to the arrivals of new signings Odell Beckham Jr. and the C1000 as the catalyst to this result, and a major reason to blow away all preconceived ideas about the former champs. The Astros slumped to their first defeat of the season and now only hold a 1-game better record over the Cougars. They will look to bounce back against the only winless team left in the Titans next week. So, guys, John, talk us through what happened. How were you feeling? What was the,
Well, I can give you a little peek behind the curtain of how Danny is feeling as well.
Okay.
Because I was with him earlier today, and he is fully convinced that my team is just a flash in the pan, and that I will never get close to this kind of point again. With Lev Bell coming back, all this kind of crack. But I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm liking a lot of what I have on my team right now. I'm liking a lot of the guys there. Like Kenyon Drake's not great. Alfred Morris probably replacing Matt Breed if he's injured for a week or two isn't great either. But other than that, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now after the trade.
You got off to a great start with Eric Ebron on Thursday night.
Yeah, he's been really solid for me the last 2 or 3 weeks since I picked him up. And he's been getting consistent targets. I think Jack Doyle's been injured the last couple of weeks, so you're not really guaranteed that.
Yeah,
but he's been so solid the last couple of weeks.
You're never guaranteed anything a fucking tight end, though.
Yeah, especially now with a fucking Andrew Luck Colts tight end. You don't know what you're going to get there.
Yeah. He's been good recently, though.
I think he's been pretty consistently getting double-digit targets as far as I remember for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, he had a bad week 2 weeks ago, but other than that, he's been 8.6 was his lowest, other than one really bad week.
And then, so going through the rest of your team, Big Ben had a good game. We kind of discussed James Conner. He got, 2 rushing touchdowns and 185 yards from scrimmage.
He's an animal, yeah.
He's so good.
Bell coming back in the bye week, so see what happens there.
I still think...
whether he gets traded or... James Conner's still got to get touches, you have to think.
Oh, definitely. You can't just put him out on the fucking... Put him on the bench now or whatever.
Pastor, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the ATN guys were saying there, he's your running back of the future now. Lev Bell's gone next year.
Yeah. So James Conor, he's got a promising future, that young man. Matt Breda with the 12 points, he would have got you so much more as well had he not got injured.
I know. Oh, I know. It would have been a totally different game, I think, if he'd stayed in like the actual Arizona game. I think he was looking really solid there. And Freddie Mo, I have him there, and he's probably going to get played if Matt Breda is out, but I'm not confident.
I think
like he didn't look right. He'll get goal line touches, so he'll score me points, but.
Yeah, I think Breda could be a reason that you don't fade away, and it's not a flash in the pan. I think he can.
That's what I like to hear. He's looked really solid for them.
Yeah, I think he could be consistently kind of getting you over 10 points, like a decent RB2. Like some people would dream for Matt Breda.
Oh, you can't turn your nose up at someone getting 20 touches in an offense, like especially with a backup quarterback.
Golden Tate, he didn't do well, but he got 420, so you definitely... you can't be mad at that.
He buys himself another week in the team.
He has had an up and down season, hasn't he?
I think he's been okay. I think that might be his lowest. Just looking at the score here. Yeah, I think that's his lowest. Oh, he also had a 69.
Oh, boom. You can't get rid of him.
He's a hero. 13, 11, 6.9, 25, 4. So he's been pretty good for me this year, in fairness, because I know he's not, like, you can't really expect that consistency from him. I don't think, he's been doing it for me so far.
And then Odell Beckham obviously turned up in a big spot.
Touchdown for me.
To Barkley as well, which is great. So thanks for that.
Yeah, that was great stuff. Yeah. You'd love to see it.
So you would hope that he gets back to normal Odell Beckham stuff now, and
yeah, I'm not 100% confident on him, but you got to give him a couple of weeks and see.
Yeah, he's like, I'd rather have him than not.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I did think about like just trading him straight away when I got him, but he is one of those guys that you want to just you never want to give him to someone else.
Yeah. That's interesting that you dropped it. You were thinking about trading him, so maybe.
I thought about trading him before the games on Sunday. Like I played him because he was up against Carolina, and I was like, you just turn him around for two more good players instantly. Like.
That's actually a good idea, but you would have won anyway, even if you had done that.
But I was because I was looking at the team and I was like, you got to run this team out for 1 week and see what you can get instead of just turning them over for like Dalvin Cook and something or whatever.
Kenyon Drake had a big week for you.
He scored a nice touchdown, nice receiving touchdown at one point, and that really helped him out.
Yeah, he hasn't been great this year.
No, I think that's only his second good game, to be honest.
Yeah, and, second over 10.
I played him just because I think I was pretty thin on the bench. There was no matchups as far as I remember.
You thought.
I like the look of. Yeah.
And then Vinatieri 8 points. The Vikings 14. That was just the icing on the cake, really. It was in the bag at that stage.
Yeah, and after I swapped to a Conor there, like they did me solid there. Like I don't think my defense has got more than about 7 points so far this year, so that was nice. Yeah.
Boom, doubling it. Demarius Thomas, we discussed, he ended up getting 16.5 points. So he could slot in there in Golden Tate's position, and I think he's more likely to see some touchdowns, maybe. I don't know. Larry Fitz is old as fuck. Conor, you were gonna say?
I was just about to say, I was crunching the numbers, and this week on your team, John, 44% of your points were from trades.
There you go.
And didn't you just pick up Matt Breida this week?
I picked him. Michael dropped him. Did you drop him the day of waivers? I think for something, and I picked him up then. Once he cleared waivers.
Yeah, so if you include him, more than half your points were from just new arrivals.
From wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
Some good work.
That is crazy.
The rest of your bench was quiet except for Tyler Lockett, who got 19 points.
Yeah, it's tough taking him out of the lineup any week, to be honest, because he's been doing that pretty consistently. Like he's looked good and he's scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, I like the pocket Lockett, as we call him.
Yeah, he's been fairly consistent.
Been super solid as far as I don't think he's had any really bad games.
He's got a touchdown every week.
Just because he was against LA.
And then so
Jesus, that's some good going.
Wilson looked better, kind of, against the Rams. So you'd hope that his improvement will have a knock-on effect then on the pocket Lockett.
Oh, for sure.
Alright, let's run through Danny's team here. Matt Ryan only got 14 points in that game against Pittsburgh. I thought that game was going to be a bit of a shootout. It wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that game. But, like, the Falcons are 1-4. It's super weird.
Yeah. They're a very good kind of home team, but then they keep losing those games at home too. So David Johnson and Kareem Hunt, they're Danny's RBs. So, that's a strong RB 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
And they both kind of came up big. Kareem Hunt's had a kind of quiet season, but I think he's going to see more touches and he's going to be more involved recently.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's building up towards putting up some good points from on a weekly basis.
Downtown John Brown got 58 points. No, 58 points. 58 yards. Imagine he got 58 points. Oh.
I think that was pretty much by far his quietest week so far.
I love a bit of Downtown John Brown.
Oh, for sure. He's a great guy.
Who was the other Brown on the card?
Oh, he played for the Panthers there. Philly Brown.
Philly Brown.
Philly Brown.
I
think he's still in the league.
I remember you tried to repurpose Downtown John Brown for Downtown Philly Brown. But Philly was already his nickname.
Yeah, and then he changed his name or something. I can't remember. He's a weird guy. I don't know.
Cooper Kupp is a top 3 receiver in the league now?
He's balling out,
yeah. He's so good. For a guy who fucking didn't get drafted and he was working at a fucking car dealership or some bullshit. Fair play. Good work, Cooper Kupp. Oh wait, is that Cooper? No, that's a different guy, isn't it? That's Thielen I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Did Adam Thielen used to work for car dealership?
Something like that. There's some crazy story behind Adam Thielen.
That's pretty nice.
We'll bring
I
up.
think Cooper Kupp did get drafted.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I just had it mixed up, but yeah, Cooper Kupp is having a good season though. He's not a top 3 receiver though, but yeah, no, he's having a good year. Jimmy Graham is doing okay for tight end. Is that Mike Williams Danny has?
Yeah, I think he scored a touchdown or a couple of touchdowns the last couple of weeks. So he threw him in because I think he was saying to me, he was like, after Eric Ebron and Vinatieri put up 30, he was like, I prefer the upside of Mike Williams to he had some running back. Who was it again? Just looking at his bench.
Like Gio.
Oh, Alex Collins, I think.
Oh, it's the Alex Collins alarm.
Get the drop.
Boom. Alex Collins. That's why we're on him. He only got 6.6 points. So.
So he had scored Mike Williams, who wouldn't have done much.
Gotta love that Alex Collins drop.
You really do.
Justin Tucker, he missed, which was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Still got 9 points, but he missed. Justin Tucker.
So he would have just been 12, I guess.
I was looking
50,
at this, and Danny's team did fine. 92 points is pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent.
It's the 5th highest score in the league this week, so
still in the top half.
So it's not. It was just he came up against you.
I'm a powerhouse there.
Yeah, you're up there. You've dethroned fucking Danny. Yeah, you're looking over at me and Baz as the two other juggernauts.
I'll tell you now right now, Michael, the reason for it. I had to do something. I was telling Danny this the other day that I was looking at the table. And just Danny sitting at the top of it. And I was like, you see Martin sitting up there. It's like, Martin has a couple of rings. He's been good the last few years. That's fine. Shauna won a championship. She'll win a bunch of games at the end of the year and she'll find herself up there. That's all right. It's like, all of a sudden you see, Danny at the top of the division. It's like, no.
Looks weird.
Not this scum. Not it. So I'm coming to bring some order to the league.
Yeah, and thank God. Oh my God.
I know. I want to do it, but also I have to do it.
Yeah, as commissioner, that's your role.
To crush any uprising.
Crush all opposition.
Struggles with an iron fist.
Yeah.
And possibly cheat if I have to. We'll see what happens.
I want to talk about the conferences and just in terms of your divisional playoff now. So you are now 2-2.
3-2.
Overall, 2-2 in division.
Oh, sorry, I got you. Yeah.
But Danny is still 3-1, so you're still a game behind him, but you currently have the head-to-head. So
yeah.
If you do catch up on him or whatever in the division, you go ahead. Head. That's how it works.
I like it.
I'll explain it
I'm
to
pretty
Conor.
sure my schedule for the next couple of weeks, I play you, and then I play Baz next week.
Yeah, so I have it here.
And
It's
I
me,
play Rob.
me, Baz, Rob, then Danny again. Oh,
Danny
crunch
again,
game.
yeah.
So you got arguably
Yeah.
two of the toughest games. You get three very tough games in a row there
Oh yeah.
between Danny, me, and Baz. Then you get Rob. Who knows?
His team could be completely different by this time. But that's not 3 weeks, like.
Then you're back to so then that crunch game against Danny, and then you're all
That's a big one.
Yeah, you're all fucking division. I think after that, apart from
All
the
the way
Dragons.
on.
Yeah. Oh God, you
Oh,
gotta love those
Richie
division
near the
rundowns.
end.
Yeah,
That's rough.
I'm
That's rough.
I'm excited by the Luther. It's Twite.
Yeah, it's hard to know because like you just do know that team that Shauna has with Joe Mixon, and Shady, and Lev Bell, and Luke Hopkins.
It's gonna
like,
kick off.
That's a team that can put up 100 points pretty handy. Like it really is.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. So, and then Martin's team can definitely do that too.
Oh yeah.
And then
like
Dell's
Danny's team we seen put up 140 there last week. Like.
All right, let's move on.
So another call to file away. It hurts the Eagles, helps the Vikings. 2nd down and 2 as it took a sack off the board. Now Thielen in the end zone.
That was Adam Thielen with the touchdown as the Warriors maintain the only 100% record left in the league after defeating the Aztecs 100 points to 88. Watson and Ertz helped Thielen carry the team on an unusually quiet game for the Warriors' star players. The Aztecs dropped to 2-3 for the season and will feel that they could have won this game had even one of their skill players turned in a performance they are capable of. You guys, let's talk about Dell against Barry.
It was a lot closer than I think a lot of people thought it was going to be earlier in the week.
I mean, the predictions were for Dell to win for a lot of it.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. So, and it was always supposed to be pretty close, and then towards the end, I think Dell really needed like Doug Baldwin and Keenan Allen to do something. Oh, and Zeke,
Yeah.
like in the readout or whatever. Like all his skill players just shot the bed. Like Elliott, fucking Freeman, Baldwin, Keenan Allen did okay, 9.5. Like Gronk, 7.5. You know, you take it from a tight end. Like
Yeah.
the Broncos
James
even
McCoy's
5
the only one
points.
doing anything for him.
Yeah, so it was Brady, Brown. Who did he do? Yeah, so just Brady.
They're pretty much like
Brady, James White, and Butker.
James White and Butker, yeah.
Yeah, so disappointing week for Dell, like, because Danny or fucking Baz was definitely there to be taken.
Yeah, like only scoring 100 points is like that is genuinely a low score for Baz.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not gonna get those, like.
yeah, you don't get a lot of chances like
Every
that against
week.
Baz. He's only put 100 points up, like yeah, for sure.
'Cause-
And like Royce Freeman did nothing. Doug Baldwin.
I'm not a Royce Freeman believer. I think Dell needs to do
Yeah.
something at running back.
I think you're right. Yeah.
There's only
Um,
room for one Freeman.
there's only one.
Mine, he's back.
There could only be one.
You
There can be only one.
gotta drop him, Dell.
And he hates Doug Baldwin now. Doug Baldwin is now the lightning rod of Dell's disdain, and I can't blame him. He's been very poor.
He has.
1 yard is
LA's a
just an
tough
insult.
matchup, but
So on Barry's team, he had Alvin Kamara had a quiet game, and that potentially is because Mark Ingram is gonna steal at least some, maybe like could be up to half of his touches.
yeah, that usage is so hard to kind of just know what's going to happen going forward now. Like, is Mark Ingram just going to get like all the goal line touches, or I don't know, or are they saving Kamara for later in the season maybe?
Yeah,
since
I hope he gets all the goal line
running
touches. That's
himself into
super
the
sweet.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen's having a great season. So good. And then Zach Ertz is having a really good season too. That son of a bitch. So even on like Tyreek Hill. Oh, I saw this. So he hasn't got 10 points or higher in the last like 3 weeks.
He also hasn't got a
Yeah,
touchdown since week 2.
He hasn't got a touchdown since week 2.
And Kamara hasn't got a touchdown since week 1. He only has 1 touchdown this year.
Alvin Kamara.
Wait,
Yeah.
Kamara does?
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara got 3 touchdowns.
Well, I obviously was looking at the wrong player.
Alvin Kamara got 3 touchdowns like last week.
He's going down here. Oh, yeah. I was looking at receiving
yeah.
touchdowns.
That's pretty crazy Like,
Yeah,
he has 6 touchdowns, but he only scored
Okay.
touchdowns in 2 games.
His numbers are still very
they're
good.
as well. Yeah.
Oh, he's the best. Him and Gurley, they're the 2 best players. Maybe Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see with Tyreek Hill that he's kind of quieting down, and maybe that's because Barry's team was going at such a high like standard or whatever. It's very hard to keep that
It's
up.
crazy. It was so good.
So there's always going to be some drop back. Even Patty Mahomes only got 15 points and stuff. Even Patty Mahomes, come on now, he's the greatest player of all time.
Rushing touchdown and everything. Like.
Yeah.
I really like Kenny Golladay on his bench there.
You mean
he's been putting up good points.
you talking about Kenny G?
Oh, Kenny G, yeah. Do you have a Kenny G drop? Does he play the gambler?
No, he's like a saxophone or something, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll find something for Kenny G.
That's Kenny G in there.
Yeah.
He's been looking really good the last couple of weeks.
Kenny G's he's been doing good. Lenny Fournette's a shit show. It's no good. Don't know what's going on with him. There's not even really any updates.
His injuries just seem to be those ones where it's like, oh yeah, he's not playing.
He's
Don't really tell you what it is or when he's coming back. It's just like, yeah, he's not going to play. Don't worry about it.
Maybe he'll play next week. Probably not. But look, we'll see.
Yeah. And he was like that last year as well, I think, wasn't he?
Towards the end, maybe.
Yeah, I think he had like some shin injury.
Oh my god.
He was just like not playing every second fucking game.
I don't know if you've been keeping up to date with the beef me and Robert Woods have been having.
You and Robbie Woods?
Yeah, just in that I've for previous weeks I've said he's I don't believe in him, and then
You're
every
talking
week.
Shit, yeah.
Every week he's just like, and what? So, it's more of a one-sided beef, but, it's there. It's a thing.
It's that Rams offense, right? You can't doubt anyone in it, really, at this point.
Yeah, and, he's winning me over. I'm on board. Watch him do nothing next week now. I hope he does nothing. No, he's going to do amazing again.
You had him for a second, and then you blew.
Also on Dell's bench, Marlon Mack, or whatever the fuck his name is, I don't even know if he still plays football anymore.
Yeah. I think he was supposed to be back this week, I thought. But,
you also don't want to
like that.
drop him before he, then blows up and you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
You're, in too deep. So Dell needs work. He needs a trade. Who likes to trade? Dell, you got Jameis Winston in there. You're laughing. Oh, perfect. I'll give you Andy Dalton too. You got the 1-2 punch.
Are you gonna give him Russell Wilson and Andy Dalton?
Fuck it, why not? I don't care.
He already has James Winston.
Yeah, if you want 3 quarterbacks, you can have them.
The Shauna strategy.
New fucking Shauna, yeah.
Yeah. And look at her now.
The bitch got a win somewhere and then got another one.
John,
Yes.
were I to ask you what your favourite part of every Mocarl and Conman show is, what would you say it is?
You're putting me on the spot here because I have a lot of favourite parts, but if I had to pick just one, it would have to be Keeping Up with the Heinzes.
You're in luck.
This is Keeping Up with the Heinzes.
This week on Keeping Up with the Heinzes, we have a lot of news. Some news even breaking to us as I was coming home from work. So the news we've already heard is that fantasy Heinz Naeem, who of course is a real man, he's not made up.
He played on Baz's team this week.
Yeah, he joined the Brookville Rainbow Warriors. Of course, Brookville, John, as you well know, is the ancestral home of all Heinzes.
Mm-hmm.
So he went back to the motherland and he won this week. So big news from the Naeem part of the Heinz.
Definitely. I'm sure
That's not all we've got. Myself and Conor were recently at the McGregor fight where we actually bumped into the tallest Heinz, of course, Grace Heinz.
Oh,
Oh, is she tall? No, I guess Barry's taller, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whoever's
Terry's might be
taller.
as well. Terry's pretty tall.
Terry's tall too. Well, one of the taller Hineses, Grace is there. And to our amazement, she has a new job.
Oh.
New job. So a lot of drama in the Hines household. Of course, it is Coach Baz Hines's birthday today, as we film. So happy birthday to Baz.
Happy birthday.
But John, it's not all good news
Oh.
in the Hineses. I don't know if you've been following this, but the Hines stock is down 1.74 points. Can I just get your and Conor, this is breaking to you too.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Just your initial reactions to the news.
Which part? The last part?
Yeah, let's go with the last part. Yeah.
Yeah, a shock to be sure. I thought bean sales would be up in these coming close to the nuclear war that is coming. I don't want to be a naysayer, but we're all gonna die.
And for balance, John, you did see this coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's been coming for a long time. The Hines family are known as, they're a family that they're not going to run their business as well. Let's just put it like that. And, we all saw this coming.
And that was keeping up with the Hineses.
I mean, on a real scale level, like, why is Hines stock going down? Are people not buying beans now? What's going on?
The 1.74 points is it's like a minuscule drop.
Oh, okay.
It's literally.
So, I shouldn't be worried then.
I just looked it up, and it was just down by a point today, and I was like, well, there's some bad news.
Breeze, pass caught, touchdown Hill.
All right, so that was Drew Brees with the record-breaking TD for the Dragons as they finally get over the hump and beat the only team left without a win, the Toronto Titans. Brees, Diggs, and the Panthers D all did enough to secure the win, as the Dragons can now begin looking up the table. The Titans, however, after finally getting a stellar performance from Rodgers and Brown, were left down by literally everyone else. The Titans face the 4-1 Hauling Asses next week as the search for a win continues. Conor! You're shit.
I'm not shit. It's my players that are shit. That doesn't reflect on me at all as coach.
Okay, so you're pushing all. So you're saying that they're not doing what you're telling them on the field.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing them under the bus.
Okay, all right.
I'm driving the bus. Yeah, like you say, finally a big week from Rodgers and AP decided to get some touchdowns. AB? Yeah, I'm misremembering my alphabets.
I thought you were building something. I'm trading for Peterson.
5 of my players scored less than 5 points. It's not good. It's not going to win you any games.
Yeah.
Like,
to still get 82 points after that is impressive.
It really is.
I'm impressed with my team.
Considering those two guys only got you about 52, we got 30 from the rest of them.
Yeah. Gostowski and the Jets carried the.
They pulled it out.
That was it. That was the rest of my points right there.
Yeah. It says a lot of imagine if Rodgers and Brown just had normal Rodgers and Brown games or whatever. Knock it down to the 60s then.
Well, look.
They didn't, so.
Could be worse. Could be Rob Fay.
Could be Rob Fay. Rob's won 2 games then. And then Richie finally got his win. He did it with Drew Brees, breaking records.
Yeah, that was nice. That was it was good talisman to have on his team for this week. I think there's no way he was losing any games.
Yeah. Who else? Chris Carson. If I'm honest, Richie's team just did kind of fine too. I said in the run-up, it was Panthers, Diggs, Carson, and Breeze did their heavy lifting. And then everyone else is, Kittle. I like George Kittle.
Same. I'm so annoyed that I dropped him. Ebron is doing well for me. I don't know what the crack will be when Jack Doyle comes back, but I dropped him because Beathard was the quarterback.
Yeah.
And then he fucking blew up the next week, and I was like, what's this bullshit about? Rob was like, oh yeah, he was roommates with fucking CJ Beathard in college, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, just best bros.
They're best friends. Of course you play that guy.
It's like Tommy and Jules.
Yeah, they definitely would live together if they could.
I think they probably have at times, you know, in the stupid
Yeah,
Brady
you're probably not
camps or
wrong.
whatever. A talking point that I do have for Richie, it's not all sunshines and lollipops and rainbows. We don't have the rights for that. Julio Jones is not good this year.
No.
You know what he hates?
Scoring.
Touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's fucking allergic to him, and he has been for years. Oh my god, 0 touchdowns? Come on now, Julio.
He had nearly 200 yards 2 times and somehow couldn't get a touchdown.
What round was he? Was he first round?
He was first round, yeah.
Yeah, so it's when your first rounders don't hit, and then you don't strike gold with the rest of them is when you start
Yeah.
losing games.
Me?
Like Conor. Conor, tell us what are the plans going forward?
Yeah, Conor, what are we looking at here?
Would you be open to a Rodgers trade?
No,
No.
not anymore. I would have been if he had another middling week, 15 points, he would have been gone.
Would you just drop them?
No,
I
no,
get the feeling you would
I
have
would
just
have traded
dropped
him. I discussed the trade with Martin last week.
I guarantee.
No details.
I guarantee you would have sold him on the penny. Or like a penny for the dollar.
I'd say so.
You would have sold him so cheap. You're so
Probably.
bad at trades.
I mean, if I'm getting rid of someone, may as well do a trade. Like last
Yeah.
week, the Vikes and Demarius Thomas. Even if I didn't get a trade, they were off my team. They would have been dropped. I
but
hate them.
You were only going to do that when I was like, just trade them away. You were just going to drop them anyway.
'Cause who would want them? They're rubbish.
I mean, they both did quite well this week.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If I didn't trade them, they probably wouldn't have.
So you
The
do.
butterfly effect.
You were doing
the
them
reverse
a favour.
butterfly effect. Yeah.
I think you could definitely look into trading some of your bench players, like the likes of Billy Powell or Deshaun Jackson, guys like that. You could definitely package them together. To
Oh
try
no, Deshaun Jackson's I think my top scorer this year. I can't. And all of them points came in the first 2 weeks when I didn't start.
Yeah. Have you gone through the waiver wire? You know, you dig, you're trying to find
That's it.
some
Well,
unearthed gems.
I made some moves last week. Picked up Mitch Trubisky.
Oh yes.
I'll see how he does. Probably not well. But
Probably not well. That's
Let's
you.
see. I'm waiting.
Godwin, I think, was a good pick, though.
Yeah. Well, I picked him up after he had a couple of good weeks, and then he had a shite week. So I don't know.
You're kind of struggling
I'm
to
cursed.
decide whether to play him or Deshaun Jackson. That was the vote on that.
I'm still waiting for Michael's response on the Calvin and Cobb
Trade. Oh yeah, what was that
Oh,
again?
I'll trade you him for.
Calvin Ridley and
Yeah.
Randall Cobb.
Oh yeah. So, but who do you
Calvin
want for Cobb?
Barkley.
Oh my god. I mean, that's the deal's too good to turn down, though.
You don't need him.
I like him.
I'll trade Ridley for Cobb.
No, no. Defeats the whole purpose. Hey, I don't have a light in my room. We're doing this podcast in a real dark place. My room.
Like, just
Emotionally.
yeah.
For me, I'm 5-0
My room.
or 0-5.
Why
Danny's.
don't you have a light in your room?
John, I don't want to look. I don't want to air out my dirty secrets
For atmosphere.
on the pod. All right. What a man does in the darkness of his own room is with him in the darkness. Oh, I knocked over my.
There's someone creeping around in the background.
You know, I couldn't see my water bottle and I knocked it over.
DeAndre Hopkins, they love the fade to him.
Yep, he looked that way. Watson now he's going to begin to take off, and indeed he will.
So that was Nuke Hopkins with the grab, which was enough to blow the Luther wide open as the Sharks beat Crusaders 94-87 to go 2-3. An all-round good performance from the Sharks was enough to see off the Crusaders, who looked in good position going into the last game of the weekend, needing AP to score 9 points more than Jordan Reed. Alas, it was not to be, resulting in a tightening of the Luther with 2 games now separating bottom and top. Next up on the Crusaders is the undefeated Rainbow Warriors. Alright boys, let's get into it.
This is a really important game for the kind of the Luther going forward. You got to think.
Yeah,
Because
I
it brings
agree.
Shauna right back in there.
Yeah, and it stops kind of Martin from, going on a bit of a run.
Yeah, definitely. Because he'd won 2 in a row then, hadn't he? Since he went 0-2.
And then just, the knock-on effect of that helping you and I guess Dell
Yeah,
too.
pushing
Yeah.
me up. Yeah, and Dell kind of gets to stay in the race then as well with everyone. It's just so, like, I mean, in 3 weeks' time, who knows what that division is going to look like.
Yeah. Well, of course, we discussed Shauna. She doesn't win any of the first 3 games every year, and then she just goes on a fucking run.
So, yeah, she's hitting her stride right now, you have to think. And, like, her team did okay. There's a lot of double-figure scores right there, like.
Even though her kicker did nothing, she still won.
Yeah, scored literally nothing.
I believe Chris Boswell has got at least 3 reverse snitches this season.
Oh my god. Shauna just changed her goddamn kicker. Like, even the smallest bit of fucking just like paying a bit of attention and he'd be gone. God damn it, Shauna. The drop Rex Burkhead.
Nada. It's the reason she's winning. The rest of the team was strong, like McCoy and Yeldon. Like, I have in my notes that Yeldon has transformed this Shauna's team. The last 2 weeks.
Yeah. It was a great pickup by her.
And this is the first week that Shady has got double points this year. So hopefully he's on a little upswing for her.
I saw that the Eagles were contemplating making a move for Shady.
That would be interesting.
And that would like boost him as well then. Yeah.
Put him in a team that doesn't suck ass.
That'd be a great offense to put him on.
And he'd love to go back too.
You have to think so. To the Super Bowl champions, like so.
And it's his hometown, isn't it, as well?
I believe so, yeah.
Nuke Hopkins got 13 points. Nuke is great. We all love Nuke. Anyone who doesn't love Nuke is a fucking dirty liar. And I won't stand for it, John.
You should. He's a great man.
He looks like a thug though. He looks like a real, like G, I should say.
He looks like a street bro. Remember on Hard Knocks when he was like, what would you guys think if I bought like a little man bag, just bought a little dog, just like carried him around with me, and they were like, no, don't do that, yo.
Such a hero.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He just is like, why can't I buy a handbag and a little dog?
Corey Davis got 5 points. I don't believe in Corey Davis as a football player. Any opinions on Corey Davis?
No. He's kind of hyped up to be that guy in Tennessee, isn't he? To be the number one.
Yeah, he's never shown.
He's had one good week this year. That's it. And the Titans don't look good this year.
What's the record? They're like 3-2, I think.
I think so, but like one of them was like a 9-3 game against fucking
the Jaguars.
That was weird, and they won. I think they beat the Raiders or something one week. They won a bunch of weird games.
Jordan Reed had a quiet game. It was funny because going into the last game, Martin needed 9 more points than Reed.
Yeah.
And then both of them just did nothing.
He scored exactly half as many points as Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson with 420 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Martin can't be mad at that.
Martin was looking for that auto win, but he didn't know you needed a 69 and a 420 for the auto win.
Also, Joe Mixon turned up, but he's officially not a crook.
I mean, is that official? Like,
I'm not a crook.
Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
Straight back from injury as well. Into a big game.
Nearly 100 rushing yards.
Cincinnati are doing good this year.
Yeah, for sure.
We discussed Boswell being bad. The Ravens D is one of the best defenses in football.
Yeah, that's a good pick by Shauna there. They're going to do her well all year, you have to think.
Oh yeah. So let's go through Martin's team then. Wentz did good. Melvin Gordon is. I said he's one of the top 3 players in fantasy, I think.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Christian McCaffrey, your boy, got 15 points.
He's looked so solid this year. Martin's got to be. He's got to be happy with that pick.
If Adrian Peterson can perform the way he was before he got injured in that game, I think.
Yeah, did you see he dislocated his shoulder? That's what happened to AP apparently. So that'd be pretty tough to play with after dislocating your shoulder.
Yeah, I wonder what the length is for that in terms of being out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like it's probably like a pain kind of threshold thing.
No, it says no games, so that's good for Martin. So if he can go back to doing what he was doing before he got in or before that game,
beating kids.
Martin's got 3 good running backs. One that's really good at beating kids.
Well, I mean, I'm sure all 3 of them are good at beating kids. I don't think
the other 2 are just good at keeping it secret.
The other 2 are bad at it.
That's a strong running back core for Marty there, though.
He needs Josh Gordon to be his wide receiver 1, and he might signs are promising so far in New England. So
I mean, he's got Coop there as well, and he's got Allen Robinson. But I guess you'd rather kind of be playing Josh Norman or Josh Gordon if you could. Like he's definitely got the upside there to score you a lot of points.
You won't play Josh Norman wide receiver. You're not
No, that's going to go badly. Literally the opposite of what he does.
I like how Rob reminded us of the Best Bryant competition as well, and how Matt Bryant is running away with it.
He's won it, I think, 3 times. No, what? This is their 5th year, isn't it?
I can't remember when we started doing it. Was it year 1 or year 2? We need to look this up.
I did. I went back and checked it. Matt Bryant's won it twice, and the other 2 have won it once each. So he's the only one who's retained the title, and he won it last year.
He looks sure to win it again this year.
Oh, almost definitely. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel a late resurgence for Dez once he gets picked up.
Oh, there's no way he'll catch up by then. And then the benches. So was anything stand out to me here? Not really. Martin's bench doesn't have pretty much anything on. There are a couple guys on buys, but Cooper did nothing. Geronimo did nothing. Quincy did nothing.
Quincy and Geronimo playing, and they did literally nothing.
Yeah. Geronimo might have been injured. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think both of these teams pretty much played perfect teams, except for Martin. His quarterback was a difference of like 1.2 points or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Good coaching, Martin. Good coaching.
Well done, lads.
And did Shauna just...
Shauna, like everyone's injured or on buys or... Yeah, I think she played a perfect team.
Shauna's the perfect coach.
The perfect coach.
Wait, did she run him back?
Yeah, Cam Newton scored like 1 point more than Matthew Stafford.
Good work, Shauna. You're Michael's coach of the week.
I think Richie actually got a perfect game as well.
Fuck.
Wow.
Double coach of the week.
That just cheapens the award.
We take it away from Shauna because, of course, she has female genitals.
She's the only woman in the group, Shauna.
God damn it, Shauna.
Oh, actually, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. All right, so this is just in from Coach Charlotte Chute of the Chute Gang, as they will henceforth be known.
Hey guys, big fan of the show. Thanks for having me on. We had a great win this week. Sharks coming back into their own after a shaky start. I think I can speak for the whole team here when I say what really drove us was putting Coach Fitzpatrick in his place. Yeah, we didn't know if J-Mix was going to be able to play this week, but he wouldn't let an opportunity to make the Crusaders look like little bitches passing by. Bring on the Dragons.
So there we go, guys. You know,
I fucking love it.
Some serious talk from Coach Chute. Conor, your initial reactions?
She's probably talking shit.
Sounds like it, yeah.
She played a player who was injured a couple of weeks ago. She's Rex Burkhead on a bench. Sounds like more of a reaction to what happened to transpire than actual good coaching.
Good coaching, yeah.
And I can speak because I'm 0-5.
So this is from this is from desperation, you feel? Is this Shauna peacocking?
No, I feel like she's taking credit for something that's already happened. She's trumping it.
Yeah. Okay. You mean trumping it in terms of the you use a trumpet to reaffirm
in
the
style,
belief that you've just
in the style of
verbalized. John, your take.
I like how she calls him Jay Mixon instead of Joe Mixon, showing that she doesn't know her players' first names. She doesn't know what they are.
That's true. I didn't pick up on that.
There's only one thing that Shauna's teams do, and it's score a lot of fucking points and go to the playoffs year after goddamn year. And like, if you look at the team now, there's some good guys there, like Cam Newton, Shady, Joe Mixon,
D-Hop.
Yeah, D-Hop. Chris Ivory will do fine if Shady goes down. Ted Ginn will put up some good points a couple of weeks.
The Ravens D will get big points week to week.
Yeah, Ravens D, like Boswell. If he's missing kicks, you gotta get it out of there, Shauna. But like, if she gets a few lucky waiver wire pickups, she can fresh that team out a little bit. It's gonna win games.
All right, let's move on.
Here's Beckham looking to throw. Wide open. It's Barkley. Inside the 20. Still going. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
You know, next time you're here, maybe
no.
bring a bit. Don't turn up empty-handed.
Empty-handed.
Yeah, bring a bit.
I'll see what I can do.
We love bits. It's essentially the only reason we do this.
For the bits.
So that was Saquon Barkley with the catch and run as the Millions maintained their record of scoring over 100 points a game as they defeated the hapless Zebra Killers 102-53. It's impossible to talk about this game without discussing the trading away of Beckham and Connors the day before this match. Had the Killers kept the duo, it might not have been enough to get the win, but it would have made the game significantly closer. The Millions moved to 4-1 and keep pressure on the Warriors atop of the string. Conor, you said you had some stats about this.
Oh, I do. I have a new feature. It's my stat of the week.
Stat of the week!
Sponsored by Xanax.
Xanax. Because even stats can give you headaches.
Sure.
Use promo code the Drisbowl to get 17% off all your Xanax needs.
Okay, anyway, my stat of the week this week is that the players that Rob traded away outscored Rob's team.
Whoa. That is a stat of the week. Oh boy.
Oh, Rob.
We're going to have to clip that stat of the week off. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat that one.
Yeah, that's the one right there. Like, unless someone literally trades away, like, their team, I don't know if that'll ever happen again.
I did actually have one stat, which I originally put down as my stat of the week before I got a better one.
Bonus stat of the week.
Oh.
So, the Crow on his bench scored more than half of his team's total.
Oh my god.
Just not a good week for Rob at all.
Yeah, I seen, and you know the little trophies they give out on the league page.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Won the Unreal Combinations thing for the two guys he traded to me, and he had the highest score in bench for a while. And it's like, solid week for Rob.
Sometimes it's not your week.
Yeah. This was definitely, they might continue to not be Rob's week for a while.
So let's talk about Rob's team. So Beast Mode and Johnson did not perform.
No.
Nobody.
The Garrett Blount absolutely jobbed them with those goal line touches.
Yeah, and could continue to do so going forward.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And then Beast Mode, I think, who were they playing? The Chargers.
That's a good defense, I guess.
My worry is John Gruden is a terrible coach.
That's fair.
He's no good.
I think the one thing he does want to do is run the ball, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work out.
Yeah, but if you're behind a lot,
yeah,
which they oft are, running it isn't going to work. Jarvis Landry, Rob will hope, like against the Ravens defense, that's always a tough game.
Yeah, he'll do better. That was a low scoring game.
Yeah, and once he has a better connection with Baker, the candlestick maker.
New nickname.
Straight off the cuff. That's not in my notes. So yeah, so they'll get a better connection. Will Fuller, is he the one who keeps getting big games on Rob's bench and then doesn't when he plays?
Every single time. Yeah. So you gotta just trade him. I feel like it is.
That's one of those things. You just gotta get rid of him.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work for you.
You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Just bench him one more week so he gets one more good week, and then trade.
And sell high. Yeah. let somebody else fucking deal with his bad weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Vance McDonald, I don't know if he's having a good season or not.
I think he just picked him up because Jesse James was injured.
I
don't think
see.
he's done anything up to this point, and it doesn't look like he'll do anything after.
And then Cooks.
Cooks got knocked out.
Yeah, that was a super big hit. I was like, oh my god.
That was bad. That guy should have been thrown out.
Yeah,
that was bad hit.
Danny was not pleased.
No, he was wilding out down in the pub earlier.
Yeah.
And he was dead right. Like, you can't just, you can't do that. That's not right.
I mean, I could do that.
You could do that.
I could push it over.
In a contest.
Okay, so let's just go to Rob.
The Randy Bullock, who me and Rob have been talking about this. I think this guy has the best name in football. Like Randy, like, you know, there's some funny ones. You got your Ha Clinton Dix and your DeBrickashaw Fergusons, but
Equimenius
his name
St. John.
is just random. Oh, Equinemius St. Brown. Yeah, that's a good one. But this guy's name is just Randy Bullock. I don't think it's short for Randall. I think that's what they christened him. They christened him Randy Bullock. Probably in a long line of Randy Bullocks.
He's the 9th Bullock Randy of his name.
Randy Bullock Jr.
Let's see, Connor's crunching the numbers here.
Yeah, it's Randy Bullock.
His name is just Randy Bullock, yeah, so...
Not short for anything.
It's just Randy Bullock.
His father's good crack. He's just like, fuck it, Randy.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, our second name's Bullock. What else could we call him?
Rest of Rob's bench, other than Crowell, Philip Lindsay did good. I think he took a lot of touches from
He's been
Royce.
solid.
Royce the 5'9".
Very nice.
Coming out with all the nicknames today.
Yeah.
So Lindsay Bluth only got 9.8, 9.1.
That's after that second joint, see?
There you go, gets wacky now.
Kicks off.
It all gets.
Here we go. This is the fun bit. So yes, Keelan Cole will probably do better for Rob too in future. Dalvin Cook was injured again, I guess, or whatever. You know, you're gonna expect him to do better and shit.
Jordan
So.
Howard bye week and Ingram still injured. Like, yeah, like he's got a team there.
Yeah. It's
That'll
just,
do better for him.
I think Rob's gonna get sidetracked at the idea that, you know, it went terrible this week, and then did he lose? Yeah, he lost last week, and then you're in a rut.
Yeah.
The team's still there. He'll be fine.
Yeah, well, like when you can take out Kerryon Johnson and Marshawn Lynch on a regular basis and change that for Jordan Howard and Dalvin Cook, and then those guys are just kind of rotating in your flex and for bye weeks, like that's fine. Then all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be grand.
You played yourself this week, don't Rob. Put a quarter in your ass because you played yourself.
Boom! Fuck you, Rob.
Oh.
Alright, so I usually just kind of fly through my team because I don't know.
It's all been said
You
before.
know how good they are already.
Yeah, I want to fucking gloat and be like, oh, Todd Gurley, fucking 100 scrimmage yards, all that shit. So just a breakdown. Gurley did really good. Barkley did really good. He got that injury. I think he's gonna be fine though.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be serious.
Don't know what I'm gonna do on Thursday because he's playing Carol. Or who's he playing on Thursday? They're playing the early game.
I think it's the Eagles.
Yeah, Philly. So it's either play him or else play Sony against the Chiefs. So you know.
Okay.
No bad
that's
options.
Not too bad. Yeah.
So don't know what I'm gonna do him. AJ Green he didn't get a touchdown, but still 112 yards.
Yeah, you can
happy.
live with that, I guess.
Michael Thomas only 74 yards, but I didn't need him, so you know he can have a little slow week. I don't mind. I don't mind MT or I haven't got a nickname for you yet, but you know we'll get there. Kelsey's doing good.
Yeah, he's been solid.
I think he's the top tight end this year.
I was just gonna say I think he's outscored Gronk this year.
Yeah, so maybe everyone was too, quick to bash my Travis Kelce pick, is all I'm saying, Let's
Gronk's only ranked 7th this year.
Let's be real. Gronk 7th?
Yeah.
I think he's definitely going to get a lot better in the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, that'll even itself out.
Now that Jules is back, I think that offense is going to be like, boom. Calvin Ridley, goddamn son of a bitch, had a quiet game the 1 week I played.
Yeah. Falcons just do they suck now? I don't know what's going on. Their defense definitely does.
Yeah.
Which you think should help Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, no, I think he will. I think it was just a weird game against Pittsburgh. I think I'm going to play him when they're playing at home in the Dome, when it's going to be a big shootout, and then maybe not play him when they're on the road, because Matt Ryan is no good outside of the Dome now, apparently.
Yeah, it looks that way, alright.
So I'm going to keep him in for next week, because they're playing Tampa Bay at home, and I feel like that's going to be a high-scoring game.
Oh, most definitely.
Crosby, the son of a bitch, missed everything in sight.
Fucking jobbed you. Like, just looking at the stats, 1 PAT miss, 130 to 39 miss, 240 to 49 misses, and a 50. So that's 1, 3, 9, 14 points. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he should have scored, I guess, plus the -5 would be actually 19 points, is what he should have scored.
I can't do the maths, but possibly yes. Yeah.
But you don't get minus points for field goals, just for PAT.
Yeah,
PATs.
you get -5.
You got lucky there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were lucky we do not get minus.
Oh, come on, I'm not the only one who missed. There was so many misses this week.
I think there was something like 19 missed kicks this week or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes there's just all these crazy weeks. I remember it happened last year too. Mark Ingram came back, so my bench is it's well and truly stacked, John.
Yeah, what are you thinking going forward with Mark Ingram? Like, obviously, like getting those 2 nice short touchdowns, that's always going to give you a good game. But
yeah, he's
just going forward, like
he's on a bye next week. I'm going to play him, like I'll play him week to week, or like I'll see what the story is.
Yeah.
If he's playing someone super shit or whatever, I'll throw him in front of on the flex maybe. I don't know that he'll replace Saquon or Todd at any stage. I feel they're fairly cemented in their positions. So it's kind of like 4 or 5 guys are just fighting over like a flex spot.
Devontae Adams, I guess, is the only guy that you'd probably take. Even then, like, are you taking AJ? I guess you could take them out for a tough matchup and put Devontae Adams in, but no one else there.
Yeah, so
supplant anyone from their starting place.
I had Adams as the flex, but it's just Calvin Ridley was doing so good and Adams was potentially injured, so I was like, I'll take that out. But usually it would be Adams, so that would be usually it's Ridley there. So my only problem is quarterback, but maybe Russell Wilson will be fine. Maybe make a move for Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. Who knows? What are all the possibilities? I don't want Big Ben, John.
Yeah, that's fair. Like he's gonna bang you some weeks.
Yeah.
I just gotta hope that it offsets that it's all the other weeks that everyone else doesn't bang me, and everyone just works in perfect harmony.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Like 8 games or whatever's left.
You think Ben's a good guy like that?
I mean, Ben's definitely not a good guy in any capacity.
I'll
say that much for him. As his coach, as one of the captains of my team, probably my highest scorer, he's a bad person, and he deserves to pay for what he did.
But he gets you points, so it's.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's winning me game, like I mean, it's fantasy. I don't have to deal with him in the ring.
All right, let's move on.
Ask the commissioner. Ask the commissioner.
Oh, Christ. I thought that was going to be your voice.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
So, John, while we have you on, what I've done is I've reached out to the other people in the Drisbowl to find out. We want to hear what the fans want to ask you. These are fans of the Drisbowl from all over the world, especially Bangladesh. I don't know why, but
got a lot of traffic
It's
from
what
there.
it is. You're big where you're big.
I've tried to siphon out most of the Bangladeshi questions, but
Obviously, we don't speak any of those languages that they speak in Bangladesh, unless they speak English.
In which case, we do. Okay, John. So what we're gonna do? There's gonna be a bit of a speed round. So you got a little time, but I want your initial take.
Yeah, quick as possible.
Yeah, straight off the bat, your honest opinion on most of these. All right, Conor. Can you, Conor, give me 90 seconds on the clock.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, John, this isn't going to be enough time. John, are you ready?
Well, there's always enough time. Let's do this.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Will the league ever move to a snake draft?
No, never. Not while I'm commissioner.
Why do questions on the future of a keeper league fall on deaf ears?
To be be honest, I don't hate a keeper league, but I think it takes too much away from the draft.
Follow up. Shouldn't we just keep the teams we have forever?
No.
Were you paid off to say that?
No comment.
Rob Faye's balls, deflated or not?
Oh, definitely deflated. Well, one's deflated. I can't speak for the other one.
How would you describe yourself as commissioner?
I would say rules with an iron fist.
Does filling in such large, huge, immensely great shoes cause many sleepless nights in the Hand household?
I don't know about the entire household. For me, obviously it does. You know, you never want to be the guy who replaces the guy.
How is T-Hound?
T-Hound's good. He's loving Spain.
Should the league owners have a say on the overall look and quality of another team's both names and logos?
No, never.
Should there be punishment for stealing a logo, and if so, how should Barry be punished?
I totally forgot this. I only seen the message the other day. Yeah, Baz, you're definitely going to get got for that. There's going to have to be some sort of logo punishment.
He's done it.
Just in the nick of time.
We actually have one bonus question for you, John.
Oh my goodness.
That's the buzz. You did it in time. You get to win the prize, but you can gamble it all. And we have a mystery prize for you.
Oh,
but
a mystery
prize. I'll tell you what, John. We have $10,000 we can offer you right now.
Oh my! Canadian or US?
Canadian dollars. So it's like it's like 19 US.
That's not bad.
But you can. So that's yours. That's in your pocket. You can take that home. You can spend that on donuts. You can sit in line in 4 hours. For 4 hours.
Krispy Kreme.
Or John, you can gamble it all away for the mystery prize. You just have to answer. You just have to answer one question.
Okay.
So have you thought about it? Are you gonna?
It's a tough one, but $19 is $19. A mystery prize could be anything. It could even be $19.
I need your final answer, John. What are we looking at?
Yeah, let's go with the mystery prize.
Imagine if you're like, just the $19.
I'll take the $19. Like, do you guys take the postage out of that $19?
No, of course not.
Okay, that's pretty good then, I guess.
All right, John. For the mystery prize, can you say one nice thing about Conor?
James Conor? C1000?
Conor Moran.
I can say a lot of nice things about Conor. He lets a lot of people win in fantasy football. That's kind of... And he runs a good podcast. I'll give you guys that much. I've enjoyed being on the show a lot. And there's two nice things about Conor, so I think I should get 2 mystery prizes.
That's 2 more than I was expecting.
Unfortunately, John. John, I hate to do this to you. The question was, can you say one nice thing about Conor?
And it turns out that no, I can't, I suppose.
No, you couldn't limit yourself. You had to kiss ass.
God damn it.
And that's an unfortunate way to end the show, but I think we have to.
Just gonna burn the $19 live on air.
The mystery box was in fact my first round pick next year. So there you go. Thank you for listening, everybody. John, you've been a wonderful host.
Guest.
I was hosting.
It's like SNL. You were the guest host.
Oh, I did great.
Yeah, good work. I think me and Conor put in a decent backup job. You know.
I mean, look, no one's. You're only as good as your support staff.
There you go. It's a team effort.
No man is an island.
There you go.
Except for the Island Man.
It's deep. Something to think about on your way home, ladies and gentlemen. So, and that's it. Goodbye to everyone, and have a good Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, which was last weekend. I hope you enjoyed it. I was quiet. I didn't do much. Here we go. It's done. Goodbye.
Nice.